All right, geometry students, let's talk for a few minutes about rectangular prisms and how we can find the surface area of those rectangular prisms. First of all, let's remind ourselves of what a prism is. In a prism, we have two parallel congruent bases. So if you look at my drawing here, think of the base as being what the shape is sitting on, the face that the shape is sitting on. Think of it as the top and the bottom, however you want to think about that. These red faces here are going to be what we call the bases. Then we also have lateral faces, and that's going to be the sides of the shape. Now keep in mind, when we've got a diagram, a three-dimensional diagram, these dashed lines indicate edges that are hidden from view. So this front face here would have 4 solid edges because we can see all of them. But if we can think about that back face, we see this edge here to the right, but we don't see the other edge to the back. It's hidden from our view from this perspective. So any of the faces that aren't bases are going to be our lateral faces. So in your assignment, you're going to be asked to find lateral surface area, which is going to be the surface area of the sides, everything that's not a base, and then also the total surface area of each shape. So our lateral surface area is just going to be the sides, the 4 sides here. And then the area of the bases, we will add to that, the top and the bottom, and that will give us the total surface area. So let's just take a look at a specific example. I've got a rectangular prism here. Got some dimensions. I've got 9 feet across, 7 feet deep, and 14 feet high. And let's start by first calculating what the lateral surface area is. Now remember, that's our sides. So for this rectangular prism, we've got a front and a back. The front and the back are congruent. We've got the left and the right, and the left and the right are congruent. Get any cereal box or anything like that from your house, and you've got an example of a rectangular prism. So let's first think about the front and the back. The front face here has a base dimension of 9 feet and a height of 14. So if we calculate the area of the front and the back together, we're going to multiply the base times the height of an individual face. And then just remember, we've got 2. There's a front and a back. So if we have a base of 9 and a height of 14, we're going to have an area of 252 square feet. Remember, we're going to have square units anytime we're calculating area. So now if we think about the left, looking from the left, and the right face, this is your right face here. We've got a dimension, a base dimension of 7. The height, once again, is 14. And again, there's the left and the right, so we have to account for both of those. So our base of 7, our height of 14, multiplied by 2, because there's a left and a right, 196 feet squared. So these areas combined are going to give us our lateral surface area. So we've got the 252 for the front and the back. We're going to add to that the 196, and that gives us 448 square feet for our lateral surface area. Well, we have not yet accounted for the bases. Remember, the shape is sitting on the bottom. There's also the top. Those are your bases. And to think about the dimensions of the base, you want to think about looking at it from the top view. We're going to look straight down at that rectangular prism. So again, we have a dimension of 9 and a dimension of 7. So our area there is going to again be base times height, and we've got a base of 9, height of 7. So our area of the base is 126 square feet. So that would be for the base, but if we want to now figure out the surface area, and when we talk surface area, we're talking total, the total surface area. We're going to include the lateral surface area, that's the sides. We're going to include the bases, and we're going to get a total surface area of 574 square feet. That's our total surface area. But generally in a textbook or on an assignment, you're just going to be asked for the surface area, and that indicates all faces combined. So at this point, you are ready to look at the first question in your 10.4 assignment. Why don't you give that a look before you proceed on to any of the other shapes?